We are nearing the height of the full moon in Aquarius, but we are definitely in the window. And as you will get tired of me saying, I love the moon. I love the moon when it's in the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter, the full moon, the new moon, the half moon. I love the moon. I just love, love, love the moon. I always have. So I love how I feel during the moon cycles, especially the full moon. I get fired up. I get energized. I become unstoppable, if you will. Since this one flipped and stood up so nicely, I wasn't even finished shuffling, but let's see what it is saying. Last quarter moon in Taurus, be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. Any cycle, any moon cycle, any day, any hour. But for this full moon experience, for you to manifest, first appreciate all your good qualities. Love, love, love yourself till you can't love yourself anymore. And be proud of who you are. And next, last quarter moon, another last quarter moon card. In Aries this time, work through your feelings. Work through your feelings. Work through your feelings, I would say, about anything that comes to mind. If you could get a piece of paper and before you could think yourself out of it, write down the top 3 things that concern you the most about yourself, just about your qualities, who you are as a person. And then the top 3 things that are concerning you about your external life, like your household, your job, your anything, your children, your parents, your partner, your spouse, whatever, you know, your church, your friendship group, your community, politics, the state of the country, anything, you know, just work through those feelings. After you jot down those 3 things, then start thinking about them objectively as possible. Like as if this was Jane, or if this was someone that you encountered, a stranger, and they told you that number 1 was their problem or challenge with self. How would you advise them on that? And then just work through your feelings about those things. And one more for this full moon in Aquarius. I love how it just went out. First quarter moon in Pisces, honor your feelings. So that little exercise I was just advising or suggesting, after you ascertain that those are your challenges, that's how you feel about yourself, in your environment, in your state of the world or whatever, then honor those feelings. Don't dismiss them and say, oh, I shouldn't feel that way about how I look because it's not PC, you know, we're supposed to accept her. Nope, that's how I feel. That's just how, that's the raw truth. Now, I feel that way for a reason. Even if I don't want to keep feeling that way about myself, I'm going to address these things to make changes to improve myself. But I'm going to honor that I'm disappointed that I haven't gotten farther in my progress. I love myself through it. I'm not going to beat myself up, but I'm going to just sit and acknowledge that I don't feel 100%. It's truth, man. This is a moment of truth. I'm not 100% okay. It's not okay with me that this is my state. It's going to change, and I've got a plan to change it. But for right now, yeah, it's not cool. So, okay, Minology. Let me go to, okay, this deck. Holy Spirit, what should we discuss here? What about this full moon in Aquarius? I've got to do a little digging. I know that Aquarius is about humanity, individuality, being authentic, being original, outside the box thinking. I love it. That Uranus thinking is just so cool. It's futuristic. It's just like unexpected. It's refreshing. I love Aquarius and I love the full moon. So you put them together and it's like wow for me. And especially the humanitarian aspect of it. Beautiful. It's just beautiful. So, but I'm going to just hunker down on what this particular moon is asking of us with all the other things going on. The Lionsgate portal, this one in retrograde, that planet in retrograde. It's a lot going on. So I need to dig deep and do another reading on that. But this is just my full moon in Aquarius, basically the energy of the full moon in Aquarius. I'm asking what can we focus on just in light of it being the full moon in Aquarius. Oh, well, what I have holding in my hand, I was not expecting. Karmic, female, karmic cycle. Ah. Okay, Holy Spirit, if we must go there. See how I'm all excited and happy, but that karmic is kind of taking a little bit of wind out of the sails. Okay, well, it's a full moon. It's about releasing. So maybe you have to release a karmic female in your life. This doesn't have to be a romantic partner. This karmic female could be a relative. It could be a bestie. It could be a coworker. It could be someone you watch on YouTube that's karmic. Every time you watch their channel, you come away feeling in fear, your heart's racing, or you come away doubting yourself or changing your plans every week. You're watching somebody, you go, it may be, you know, so let's just see here. What else? If I can get them to you. Can you fly out? Can you fly out? What's up with this karmic female, karmic cycle? Poster boy, girl, social media magnet. I did say it could be someone on YouTube or TikTok, any social media platform. Yeah, that you might need to let go of. Or maybe there's a karmic female watching your social media, posting. Let's just see. Fun, adventure, and escapade. Okay. I want to get some more. Don't be hanging around dumb dear folks. Okay. Narcissist. I will get one more. Spring. Something in around that involving the springtime. A narcissist that was in your life around the springtime or may have done something significant in the springtime. But they're saying there's a karmic female involved in social media somehow. They post a lot. They're very social media savvy, or maybe they have a channel. I'm not sure which one of those. This may seem fun, an adventure, an escape, if you will. I'm taking escapade as escapism. Maybe you go to this channel or you watch a lot of social media. It's your escape, you know, route. But you're not realizing you're taking in something toxic. It feels like it's fun. Feels like this is a nice go-to to go, you know. But something about this karmic female may be giving you poor advice. Or again, like I was sensing, making you feel uneasy, you know. It says don't be hanging around them dear folks. You're not literally hanging around them in the 3D and physical, but virtually you're giving them your energy, you know. This is a narcissist karmic female, And something about the spring. Something involving the spring. I don't know. Or maybe by next spring. I don't know. Okay. Let's see if we can get some more. And this is in light of the full moon. This is something you need to pay attention to, letting go, releasing this kind of bad habit of giving your energy and time and watching someone that is too many. Not good for you. Making you feel negative vibrations at the very least. Maybe even fearful. Maybe they're always saying, oh, watch out for this, watch out for that, or don't go out of your house, or you know, unfortunately we have that. Okay. Have faith comes out. And it's telling you to remember who you are when I see this have faith. Remember who you are. Remember your life before you turn on that channel, before you watch anything. You are in control of your actions, of your environment, no matter what anyone is telling you to be fearful of. And above all, God is in control. So have faith in God. Have faith in yourself. And in life. Life has been fine. All of a sudden, every week, every day, you're having to live like some kind of agent or something, then that's not the way to go. Have faith. Let's get one more. It came back out, and I'm thinking, no, it didn't come out. It kind of flipped over in the middle of the deck. So I put it in like, no, but Holy Spirit said yes. Okay. Exuality. Exuality. What does that have to do with this? Oh. Maybe someone in question about their choices in that regard. Or maybe being drawn to someone that you're watching. I don't know. Take that where it resonates. I'm not even digging into that one. And pride. Pride. One of those Moonology cards said, be proud of yourself. This form of pride coming up again, I don't think that's a coincidence. So practice that this full moon. Detoxing from social media just a bit. I'm not one of those that say, oh, it's wrong. No way. I'm not ever going to say that. But a little more than you usually do. Enjoy this full moon without the digital distraction, without the screen. Just you and nature. If you can even go on the beach on a full moon. It is divine. It's divine. Or sit out on your porch, you know, sit on your car, whatever you can do to look up at the moon and just think. Just be. Okay? Think about yourself. Have faith in yourself again. Be proud of yourself again. I haven't even read one lick of what this moon means with all that's going on, but I'm feeling that strong as a message, and I'll see how it aligns. I hope it aligns, but if not, I'm getting this message that at this time, that's important to take stock in self and be proud of self. I know I'm taking that advice for myself. Okay. Should I break out the tarot? Not yet. Let me get an archetype card. What should this person know? What should collective know? Too many. It's like 5 here. What is full moon? 25. Whoa, okay. The flame. The flame. Wow. Okay. You know what? I'm going to match it up. Because the flame is, of course, what ignites your soul, what sets you on fire. And that's always good to respect, you know. Who sets you on fire? What you do, what activities set you on fire? What fuels you and makes you, that's what keeps you alive. That's what makes you want to live. So, okay, what about this flame, Holy Spirit? Let me line you up with something else here. Why did you pop out the flame? To remember the flame. Inner child. Usually, connecting with your inner child is equivalent to finding out what lights you up. Because usually what lit us up when we were little and discarded as we got older and practical, that's the flame. That's exactly what they're saying is become healing, or it says healing unresolved childhood scars, exploring your childhood wounds and what's holding you back. And I see this older man looking in the mirror at his younger child self. So it could be both, you know, healing those wounds, letting things go during the full moon, assessing self, like the exercises that brings you to do that, those exercises I was mentioning. But also recognizing what lights you up, what makes you happy. Not just, okay, what are my challenges and what's troubling me? Now, on the flip side, what makes me happy? What lights me up? What makes me feel like a kid again? And respecting it instead of debunking it as nonsense or unimportant. Now, tarot. To be seen first. Four of Cups. Being disappointed or feeling rejected, not seeing. It also can be pouty, not grateful for what's in front of you. So let's see. Let's get more for this full moon. Disappointed, perhaps. Emperor. Okay, and that's rare. For an emperor, a boss, to be disappointed. Okay. Why is the emperor disappointed? Five of Wands. Chaos, conflict. Is he bringing the chaos and conflict? Is that why he's disappointed? Whoa. Eight of Wands, that's a lot of firepower. The Emperor, the Five of Wands, and then the Eight of Wands. Okay, sending, so it looks like this Emperor is indeed causing some chaos and sending it out fast and furiously. Messages, communications, projections, whatever. Queen of Swords. This could be the Queen of Swords as the Emperor, but I think this is toward the Queen of Swords. Okay. Emperor toward the Queen of Swords. Chariot. Queen of Swords, who's moving forward or maybe moving, relocating. During the full moon. It's at the Cancer Chariot. 9 of Wands. Wounded warrior or guarded. I take that as guarded, and her sword is up. So she set her boundaries. She's moving forward successfully, and she is indeed guarded. She's guarded from these attacks from this emperor who's disappointed because she's guarded. Wow. What a full moon. And she's free, like a child, inner child, inner child. I think this is connecting. Yeah, Page of Wands. She's free. She's alchemizing whatever he's sending toward her as well. You see that round and round? She's turning it into something positive. Okay, Queen of Swords. I'm not mad at you. Got nothing but love for you. Okay, 6 of Wands. This is a lot of fire. This Queen of Swords got fire in her chart. Well, there's the Emperor, but success. 2 success cards in a row. The Chariot and, oh, this is going to be a good full moon for you. Whoever you are, Queen of Swords. Wow. I love it. I love it. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Empress. So she's a Queen of Swords, Empress. Matching the Emperor. Okay. Wow. So maybe this was her husband or her counterpart. He's disappointed, but she's off and running to success. Oh, well. And hopefully doing that self-love and assessing her situation. Maybe the Emperor needs to do that. Be proud of yourself. Stop attacking this woman. I say that because I'm feeling strongly the masculine versus the feminine, and she's had to stay in guard. She should not have. Let me tell you something. Whether it's in marriage or whatever the situation, a woman should not have to protect herself or guard herself against the man. What kind of man is that? Innately, a masculine in any form that you want to claim is supposed to protect. You are not supposed to bully or threaten or harm a female or feminine energy at all. That goes against nature. When are we going to learn that? When are we going to expect and demand that? So yes, she's riding off into the sunset. Yes, she's going to be successful. Yes, she's put up her boundaries, and may they stay. May they remain. But you don't have a right. Whoever you are, I hope that the masculines hear this. I had put out a video before addressing the bullies and the masculines that think that they can actually use their force to demand and push their way, or you don't have that right. You do not have that right. Let's get an angel message. Where is my, okay, here we are, hiding. Angels, don't hide from me. I need you. Okay. Message for this situation, please. Oh, wow. 2 flipped over nicely together. Innocence would be honest with yourself. Innocence. Beloved one, everyone is guiltless in truth, as no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten your load. Give us any guilt, anger, or blame that you may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. Yeah. the inner child, freeing yourself, focusing on what made you happy before this relationship with the Empress, focusing on that innocent, childlike abandon, being free, um, loving yourself, being proud of yourself, forgetting and washing away the residue of any criticism, any judgments that came from the Emperor. And then be honest with yourself. Look into your heart and you will know the truth of this situation. It's safe to admit the truth to yourself. 4, we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires and they'll come to you upon angels' wings. I think that's what you did. And in fact, I find myself saying the same thing to this card in the same situation. It was a reading recently. I do believe it was today or yesterday. But anyway, it was a similar situation about a Queen of Cups getting away from a King of Swords. And I felt the same way, but I didn't let it out like I did just now by saying, this is not right. How dare you? How dare you try to force your queen or, like I said, the divine feminine to do anything? You don't have it right. Back off. It's like, be honest with yourself. And that's what you did, Queen. You were honest with yourself. You assessed the situation and you let it go. And you set up your boundaries and you took off in your chariot. And I would say to the divine masculine, be honest with yourself. You don't have the right. And with that, I will see you next time.